Labubu versus Stanley Cup. I've complained about the Stanley Cup so many times, dude. Pack my Stanley with me. And then it's a video of them like putting the stupid snack tray on the outside. So every time you go to drink from your drink, it smells like weird snack smell. Ugh. Blech. Pack my Stanley. How about you pack your fucking bags? Because you should carry a bag on you. I don't get Stanley's what happened to good thermos or Yeti. I mean, it's just another good thermos. That's the thing. It's not. We don't have to hate on Stanley cups as just a good ass cup. It's a good ass cup. The same way a lot of other ones are a good ass cup. Because what does a cup have to be? A thing that keeps a drink cold or warm and holds it. Right? Like, it's not a bad cup, right? It's just people are like turning it into more than a cup. The moment they turn it into more than a cup, they've lost the whole plot. They have no grip on reality anymore, you know? And that's just that's just not good. Not good. Stanley Cups are the Beanie Babies for millennial water talk women. Not just millennials, it's Gen Z too. It's like all of them. It spanned generations. I've noticed older, like Gen X and boomers liking them too. They keep making it a family thing. I see so many ones where they're like, I packed my Stanley for my daughter for school, you know? So it's like a multi-generational collectible. Oh, man. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't get it. It's the first you've heard of Stanley Cups outside the sports thing? Good. Good. It's just hard to avoid if you see YouTube Shorts or TikTok or anything, and like, you know, you'll see one eventually. They'll show up. They'll show up. Imagine getting bullied for bringing the same Stanley Cup to school every day. I mean, there's always something though, right? If it's not those, what were the old ones? I remember we had there were a bunch of people that used to carry around these little bags, and it was what department store is it? It's a store in the mall that gives you the little brown bag. There's a paper bag, and it has printed on it text that says little brown bag. And that's what their products come in. Whatever department store or brand or whatever it was that did those made it into Bloomingdales. Thank you. It was Bloomingdales back in the day. And they also had, if you had a large paper bag that you would buy something from Bloomingdales that need to go in that, it had printed on the side, it said big brown bag, right? And it was just the way the Bloomingdales shopping bags looked. And then at some point they made those into purses. They made them into like a vinyl, like plasticky purse. And I remember all of these like middle school and high school girls having them and bullying other girls if they didn't have one. Because that was like the craziest fad. You had to have your Bloomingdales bag. And it was like, let me see if I can find it. Bloomingdales little brown bag. Some of them would make it like their lunch bag. So basically, their paper bags always looked like this, so they turned it into like a vinyl or not a vinyl, some sort of plasticky purse. This one. So they made a purse that was meant to look like the classic shopping bag, right? And this cute idea, but I remember like kids wanting these. They still make these, but I remember kids wanting these and then like bullying each other if they didn't have it. Girls were like insane toward each other. Insane. Did they have big brown purse written on them? The big one does too. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Where's the big one? Bloomingdale's big brown bag. It's just a tote. Like, it's not even, I don't know. Oh, they have a zip one. Medium brown bag. Oh man, look at this. People actually thought this was peak. They were like, if you don't have this, you ain't shit. I remember looking at all these kids like holding onto these and being like, I have the Bloomingdale's bag. They thought they were like rich and fancy for shopping at Bloomingdale's. It was crazy. You got bullied relentlessly in the 5th grade because you didn't have a Furby. Dude, fuck Furbies though. Ugh. Did they want blue boxes too from Tiffany's? I remember a girl got like a little ring or earrings or something from Tiffany's as a birthday gift. And I remember her leaving the blue box from it, the Tiffany blue box from it, in her bag. And then like at lunch, oh, it was a ring because I remember at lunch when she needed to eat, she'd be like, oh, let me take my ring off before I touch my food. And then she would like pull her ring off and pull out the Tiffany blue box and put the ring in the box and leave it next to herself while she ate. And then she would go wash her hands and she would leave it on the table, which I thought was crazy. I was like, why the fuck? Okay. And then she would come back and she would like she would open the box, take the ring out and be like, oh, just put my Tiffany ring back on. And then she would like put the box in her bag. So stupid. And I was sitting there broke as shit and I was like, oh my God. It was insane. And I was so surprised no one stole it. But I mean, like her friends would watch it. They'd all be sitting there, you know, so whatever. But God. What's next? The white plastic bag with red lettering from the corner store as a purse. I've seen that. It was just crazy. Just, ooh, don't look at my Tiffany ring. I have to put it in my Tiffany blue box really quickly. And she would do this whole song and dance, dude. Oh, it's so stupid. Luxury was so different growing up in the rural South. Yeah, I mean, Northeastern here, right? It was just, that was the kind of stuff they would flex is like what, because there were a lot of store options, right? And a lot of kids do get mixed with a lot of kids from other income levels because, you know, in the city, in New York City, you don't have to go to school in like your town necessarily. You can, for free, you can do that, but you can also test into some better schools for better things. Or sometimes you get sent to a worse school because you're a troublemaker or whatever they label you as, blah, blah, blah. Or maybe you just want to go to one school in a particular area because it's near your parents' work and you have more flexibility. So there is more mixing of kids from different communities going to different schools. So some people would go to like a technical high school or like an arts high school, kind of like college. You know, you'd pick one, test into it, and then you would go to that school because everything's train and bus connected. So it wasn't really that hard for that. So in New York City, you know, you have those options, but then it meant like there wasn't really much wealth segregation at times, which I think is like quote unquote good, but it comes with its own issues of, you know, you have a kid with her little Tiffany ring that she takes out and she's sitting with rich kids at a table, and then next to it you have kids eating like fucking struggle meals, so glad they get to go to this nice school that they tested into. And they're eating rice and beans and they've never bought school lunch in their lives and they're on their second pair of sneakers in 5 years, you know, like and it's crazy because you'd have these people in the same school, so they'd all see everything around them, and I don't know. It's interesting because then when I hear about people that went to school in like suburbs, rural areas, most non-cities really, they just went with everyone who lived in their town, which meant a lot of the time they were within a similar income range and had like a similar upbringing. So that's very interesting, very not my experience, but yeah. I wonder how different that kind of is. And I know, man. No, I did not get a labubu. No, I did not. I did not get a labubu.